YouTube, Coach Raw here. I want to talk about don't raise a mama's boy. It's going to coincide with what I was talking about on a video I uploaded yesterday. And let's just be honest and face it. We live in a society where a majority of men are raised by women, their mother. It shouldn't be that way, but it is the way it is. I want to deal with this. Because I saw in the comment on my last video that this young lady comment. She said her mom was real strict on her. She had to do everything, the cooking, the cleaning, and all this stuff here. And she let her brothers, pretty much do what they want to do, spoil them. Now she is an adult, got her own stuff, got everything going for herself, got a job, got money, got her own place, independent woman. And her brothers 30 in their 30s, and they still dependent on their mama. See, this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to raise mama's boys. You don't want to raise your boys to be a mama boy. Because if you do that, you are part of the problem why a lot of women is not going to get married. Because, and now they say this here. Let me say this here. Society a lot of people say that a woman cannot raise a boy into a man. And I disagree with that. Now, should a young man have a father figure in his life? Yes. Should a young boy have a male figure in his life? Yes, he should. But I have known some women, and mainly these was older women, old school women, like my age or older. And I know one particular woman, they're my childhood friend. They didn't have a father growing up, but they mama raised them, and she did a pretty good job. Her sons went to college, got a degree, got a decent job, never been locked up or nothing like that. She did it on her own. She was a strong disciplinarian. She was a teacher. She was a school teacher, and she believed in education. So, she did a pretty good job. So a woman can, raise a young boy into being a man. But it takes a strong woman to do that. It takes a woman to have balance to do that. And see, that's what I want to talk about today. See, you got to have balance when you're dealing with your sons. The worst thing you can do is do everything for your sons. Like some of y'all, start doing everything for your sons. Teach your sons how to do stuff for themselves. And then you sit back and you watch them, do it. Then if they need help, then yeah, you help them. But I know some women do everything for their sons. And I remember watching another coach, and he was saying about how his wife would do everything for his sons, and even when it came down to open a ketchup package, and he had to tell her, like, babe, stop doing that. So he grabbed the ketchup package and he showed his son how to open up the package. So the next time he can do it on his own. You know what I'm saying? And that's one mistake that a lot of women make. They do everything for their sons. And when you do that, you raising them up. He don't expect his girlfriend to do everything for him. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that. You want to have balance with your sons. You want to have, balance. You don't want to overdo it with the discipline. Because I know it's been said, and I heard this other girl say this on her video. She said a woman should never hit her son, never spank her son. And I know everybody got their own opinion on it right here. Everybody, feel different about this here. But she said the reason why is because your son going to grow up resenting women. That's not true. That's not true. I got spanked And I don't resent women. I don't grow up and resent women because I was spanked by my mom. You know what I'm saying? So that's not true. That's not true. It's how you do it. If you're abusing the child, yes. But if you do it out of love and correction, he's not going to grow up resenting women. Actually, he's going to grow up and he's going to look back and he's going to thank God for a mama like you. And he's going to tell everybody, my mama is the real MVP. He may not understand it right now because he a child. And, you know, a lot of things children don't understand. But when he get older and wiser, and he going to get mature enough, he going to look back and he going to thank God that he had a mother like you. And he'll tell everybody, the reason why I made it to this point in my life because of my mom. You know, and like I told y'all, you know, the reason why I do what I do, the reason why I'm the man that I am today because of my mom. You see what I'm saying? My mom installed morals and values in me. You see what I'm saying? Yes, she nurtured me. She made sure we had our school clothes and shoes and stuff like that. You know, we got what kind of shoes we wanted, you know. Or she made sure you had school clothes and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, when we did wrong, we were disciplined. You see what I'm saying? We were disciplined, you know, and it wasn't abuse. It was done out of love, you know. It was done out of love. And at that time, being a young child, being immature, I didn't understand why my mother did what she did. But now looking back on it, I understand why she did what she did, and I thank God that she did that because that's what made me a man today. Like in the Bible, it said what? Train up a child the way they should go. When they get old, they won't depart from it. So my mother instilled godly morals and values in me. And that's what you want to look at when you dating a man. You know, does this man have morals and values? You know, don't just say because he loves his mama, he gonna love you. If his mama have not taught him morals and values, it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. A lot of women got to realize, you know, that you know you got to have balance when you're raising boys. You know, you can't do everything for them. You can't. Don't let them cook. And like when they get a certain age, teach them how to cook. Teach them how to cook. Sometimes, you know, you can relax and say, hey, y'all cook your own food for the night. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Nothing wrong with that. I understand you're a mother and you want to nurture stuff like that, but sometimes, you know, you gotta let them stand on their own. And that's how, you know, our mom did us. Like on the weekend, we had to go for ourselves on the weekend. My mom say, you know. My mom said on the weekend she's taking a break except Sunday. Like the Sunday that my mom didn't work, she'll cook a Sunday meal, you know, real good Sunday meal. But like weekend, Saturday, Friday, you know, we was pretty much on our own. You know what I'm saying? Mom said, I need a break, you know. And so, you know, either we'll go out and get some or, you know, we'll fix something on our own. You know, like in the summertime, you know, when mom was at work, we know how to cook our own food. We know how to cook our own breakfast. We know how to cook our own eggs, you know. We know how to cook our own, you know, hot dogs, whatever, spaghetti. We know how to cook our own food. That way, you know, mama ain't did everything for us. You see what I'm saying? She taught us how to do it, and then, you know, we did it. You know, she gave us responsibilities. One week, my brother was doing the dishes. The next, I was doing the flows. You know what I'm saying? 1 week, I had to take out the garbage that whole week. Then my brother do the dishes. You see what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And that one thing about my mom, like you couldn't live in her house and you don't clean up. You're going to clean up. You're going to clean up. You can't live in her house and get bad grades and then you're going to be on a video game. No, you're not being on a video game. If you cannot get good grades in school, turn the game. She's going to take that game out your room. You see what I'm saying? And this is what young boys need. You know, they need like love. Like I say, love them. Speak into their life. You know what I'm saying? Tell them that they how awesome they is. Encourage them. They need encouragement. Pamper them. Kiss on them. Let them know you love them. You their mama. Do the stuff that mama supposed to do to them. But when they do wrong, you got to know when to hold them accountable. And you got to let them know, hey, if you do wrong, it's going to be some consequences. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, you can't expect to get a man in your life, and you want God to bless you with a man, and look how you raising your sons, though. And see, that's the thing. A lot of women don't understand it right here. If God send you a man right now, will your sons or your children be ready for that? You gotta ask yourself that question. One time a lady inboxed me on Facebook. She got a son, I think like 25 years old, and he don't work. He eat up all the food while she go to work. And she was like, I'm believing God for a husband one day. But I got a grown son in my house who don't want to work. He just eat up all the food. So I told her, I said, before God send you that husband, you gonna have to make the nest uncomfortable for your son. I want to tell her to throw him out on the streets. I was telling her to make the nest uncomfortable, like how the birds do. When they children get a certain size, whatever, they make the nest uncomfortable for the baby bird. But I told her, you gotta make the nest uncomfortable, because if God send you a man right now, it ain't gonna work. Your husband and your son gonna be bumping heads, because it can't be not one head in the house. And what she did was she had made her son the head of the house, the man of the house, and that's where y'all be going wrong at. And then now you got a man come in your house. Now your son gonna want to challenge your man. Your son can't be the man of the house. Okay, he's a boy, he's a child. A child cannot be the man of the house. See what I'm saying? I told her, can't be nothing but one head in that house. Ain't no man gonna go to work all day long, and come home, you got a grown son eating up all the food, ain't working. A real man ain't gonna do that. Ain't too many real men gonna do that. So I told her, before you get a man, a husband, you need to get your house in order. And that's the same thing that I'm telling some of y'all, and some of y'all might get mad at me. I don't care. I love you. Tough love, baby. But some of y'all gotta get your house in order before you get a man. You want a man, but your house gotta be in order. And listen now, like me, I don't mind taking on a woman that have kids, because I love children, and I don't think nothing wrong with a woman that have children, and I don't believe like the world believe she loses her value and all this stuff here, because I know a lot of women that got children was left. I understand that. I understand that it's not always the bad thing that a woman have children and don't have a husband, because a lot of times men will leave their wife for 3 kids or 4 kids and leave their wife and go marry somebody else and live with her and take care of her kids. See what I'm saying? So I understand it's not always a woman's fault because she's single with kids. So I wouldn't mind taking on a woman that have children, but if her kids are not well mannered, that's going to be a turnoff. And that's one thing about me. And when I'm dating a woman that have children, I pay attention to her children. I pay attention to how they act, and do they have manners? Do they have values and morals? If a woman's children does not have morals and values, if they're not well mannered, that's a turn off. I'll get turned off, because that says a lot about that woman, and it's probably going to be a problem with me, because if they don't respect me, guess what? It ain't gonna happen. We ain't gonna be able to be together. You see what I'm saying? So, but if you install in your children, your sons, your children, your daughters, morals and values while you're single, and teach them that respect adults, and then when you start dating a man, then when you get married to a man, your kids gonna adjust to it right away. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna adjust to it right away. You see what I'm saying? But that one thing that would be a turn off to me, if a woman spoil her kids and take up for them all the time, and that would be a turn off. You see what I'm saying? That would be a turn off, because I understand That's a woman. When her son go to jail, she gonna be right there bailing him out every time, taking our money out their account to go bail him out of jail. You see what I'm saying? A lot of mothers do that, and that's why a lot of these sons keep going to jail, because they know mama gonna come get them. You see what I'm saying? So you could turn off a good man if your children not in the right order. You know, you can have a good, now grown boy, he gonna come in your house and he gonna try to force your children to respect him. He gonna come in there with dictatorship. I'm the man in the house. Do what I say. Do. Shut up. You know, y'all submitting to me. He gonna tell your mama. He gonna tell you submitting to me. He gonna tell your kids to obey me. I'm the man of the house. He gonna try to rule. He gonna try to rule with dictatorship. A grown boy, that's what he gonna do. But a real man, he don't. If he see that your children are not well mannered and they don't have no manners and they're not, and you don't discipline them, you gonna turn him off. You gonna turn a real man off. A good man gonna get turned off. I'm a good man, I know. And that one thing that turned me on is a woman that have I love a woman with well-mannered children. I love that. That's a major turn on to me. A woman that children are well-mannered. You know, yes, sir, yes, no, yes, you know, when you know what I'm saying, it makes it much easier for the transition to take place when I meet a woman and she already got children. And they respectful, and they well mannered, and they easy to get along with. It's gonna be easy for me to come in jail with them. You see what I'm saying? Because they respect the elder, because they was raised that way. You see what I'm saying? So you know, as a mother, you don't want to raise your son to be a mama's boy. How you want a good man, but you're not raising your son to be a good man? How you want a good man, but you let your son call a woman a B and then you take up for your son? That's not right. That's not right. How you a woman and you gonna allow your son to curse a woman out and you gonna take up for him and you a woman? You know what I'm saying? When your son do something like that, you gotta let your son know, boy, listen here, I ain't raised you like that. I don't care if he grown. I don't care if he grown. You get in his face and grab his shirt. Say, boy, I'm still your mama. He gonna respect you. Trust me, he gonna respect you. He may get a little mad, but guess what? He gonna look back and say, my mama is the real MVP. My mama is the one who made me the man that I am today. That's why I tell y'all, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing today is because of my mama. My mama, she installed morals and values in me. She installed godly morals and values in me. You know what I'm saying? She didn't raise me up to be no savage. You know what I'm saying? She raised me up in the fear of the Lord. And she installed the word of God in me. She raised me up, you know, the way that God say you raise your child up. And that's why I am the man that I am today. Even though when I was a teenager, I may have went astray. I may have went out and tried some things. I tried weed before. I tried alcohol before. You know, I tried the streets a little bit. But because of what my mom put in me, I knew that wasn't for me. And I knew that God had something greater for me. So, you know, I ended up giving God my life, really dedicate myself to God when I was 18. But I grew up in the church. But I was serious about God when I turned 18. That's when I became serious about God. You know what I'm saying? But my mama raised me up in the fear of the Lord. She put those godly morals and values in me. And when I did wrong, I had accountability. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do the things I do right now today. That's why I am the man that I am today, because of my mother. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing, you know, as a mother, you know, like I said, you could raise boys into being a real man, but you got to have balance. I have seen women do it. And these women that I have seen, you know, they godly women, you know, they strong. Like I said, I got a friend, you know, and one time her son got a little smart at the mouth, and she jumped on him. She let him know, like, hey, listen, I'm your mama. Now, some of y'all might say that wrong. You should never hit your child, nothing like that. But this boy gets great A's in school. He get all good grades in school. I think he like 17 years old. He got a job. He work to save his money. He got a bank account. He very responsible. I talked to him on the phone one time. He talked better than some of these 40-year-old men. He got a mind better than some of these 40-year-old men. And she raised him up with the help of her mom and her dad before they passed, But it was a lot that had to do with her. She raised him up in the fear of the Lord. See what I'm saying? Yes, she loved him. She tell him that she proud of him. She tell him that he handsome and she speaking to his life. But when he do wrong, she let him know that it's gonna be consequences. And he's 17 years old and he ain't even stunned no girls. Right now he not even worried about no girls. Right now he trying to save some money, bank, and trying to figure out what he want to do with his life, where he want to go with himself. He not around here running about no women right now. You see what I'm saying? Because he was raised right. When you raise your child up in the fear of God, the way God said raise them up, they're gonna grow up, and they might go astray a little bit. They might try some things. They ain't gonna be perfect, but they're gonna come back to it. They're gonna come back to it, and that's what you gotta realize. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let your son do everything and you don't do that. Like you can't just do everything for your son. That's what I'm trying to say. And you don't let them learn how to do stuff on their own. That's one thing a lot of women don't do wrong. And then you raise them up to be a mama boy. Then now, when he get a girlfriend, he gonna look for a mama he can sleep with instead of looking for a wife that he can lead and take care of and provide for. You see what I'm saying? But see, y'all gotta have these conversations with your sons. You know what I'm saying? If the daddy not doing it, it really supposed to be the daddy. But if the daddy not doing it, okay, hey, you chose to leave with the daddy. You gotta take the responsibility and say, hey, listen, I gotta have you talk with my son the best way I know how as a woman. And you gotta let your son know how to treat a woman. Let your son know you don't put your hands on no woman. Tell your son, if you ever put your hands on a woman, I find out about it. Boy, I will knock you in the middle of that week. Don't you never in your life tell a woman call a woman out her name. You see what I'm saying? How can you be a woman and you allow your son to disrespect a woman? Come on now, he do wrong. You find out that he called a girlfriend a B and the girl broke up with him. You calling the girl begging for him to take your son back. You wrong for that. And you a woman. You part of the problem. You part of when you raise a grown boy, when you raise a son, a boy to be a boy, you are the part of the problem. A lot of women ain't gonna get married. A lot of women is not gonna get married if you raise your son to be a mama's boy, and you don't teach him how to be a man. You part of the problem. This is one of the reasons why a lot of women are not getting married because they refuse to settle with a mama's boy. You see what I'm saying? So, and like I say, the old cliche, if a man loves his mama, he gonna love you. That's not always true. Sometimes it is, sometimes it ain't. It all depends on how his mama raised him. That's what y'all gotta look at. He may love his mama, but if his mama didn't raise him and his mama did not put godly morals and values in him, he gonna love his mama, but he gonna dog you out. Like I said in my last video, I know some women will let their son cheat on their wife in her house with another woman and she won't say nothing. Won't even say nothing. Won't even hold him accountable. Allow your son who got a wife to come in your house and live with another woman and you won't say nothing? What kind of woman you is? What kind of woman you is? You ain't got no integrity, but you want a man that have integrity though. But where's your integrity? So many women want a man. I want a man that have integrity, but where's your integrity though? Where's your integrity? Because if you had integrity, you will not let your son cheat on his wife in your house. You will not let your son call his wife or his girlfriend out her name and you take enough for him. If you had integrity, you will hold him accountable. So ladies, I know it's tight, but it's right. I ain't trying to judge nobody. I'm trying to let y'all know, as a mother, you can raise a boy to be a man, but you just gotta have balance. Yes, you gotta have nurturing. You gotta give him a lot of hugs and kisses. Let him know you're proud of it. When he do good in school, when he do good, reward him. Buy something nice. Let him know you gotta earn those shoes. You gotta earn those video games. You gotta earn this radio. You gotta earn that. Let him work for it around the house. Okay, you want those shoes this summer? They do this right here. Cut the grass. Do that. And pay them for it. You see what I'm saying? And then you show them how to budget that money you pay them with, and stuff like that right there. And you installed in him at a young age how to save. How to put some money back. So let him make money and let him like when I was a teenager, when I was like 16 years old, me and my friends used to go in the neighborhood and cut grass. And we made our own money for the summer. And I bought my own school clothes that year, bought my own shoe, You see what I'm saying? So they taught me responsibilities. So what I got to realize, that what made me the man I am today. And I always been a hardworking man. Always been a hardworking man. I always worked 2 or 3 jobs, but not now. But when I was younger, I used to work 3 jobs. And I had a family. I worked in 3 jobs. I had 2 part-time jobs and a full-time job. And I worked in 3 jobs. I working at UPS part-time. I working at Frito-Lay part-time and working at the casino full-time. I worked in 3 jobs at one point in my life. You see what I'm saying? I always been a hardworking man because, my mama taught me, when I got my first car, she helped me get my insurance on with her insurance. But guess what? Every month come by, where your insurance money at? Okay, every month you're going to pay a light bill. See what I'm saying? When I live with my mom, as a grown man, every month I pay the light bill. You see what I'm saying? She ain't let me stay with her, live with her after I became an adult. Didn't pay no bills. No. She didn't do everything for me. When I became a man, she began to tighten up on me and teach me like, hey, you a man now. You got to stand on your own 2 feet. And again, like I said, she made the nest uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? A good mama, she gonna make the nest uncomfortable, and she not gonna throw her child out there, but she gonna make the nest uncomfortable, and she gonna encourage her child. Now if her child need her, if her child go out there and he get his own place or whatever, and he need her, ain't nothing wrong with her every now and then helping him out, with some money or whatever. Like he's young, he's still trying to find himself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You see what I'm saying? He's still young, but if you see your son trying, and he got to working whatever, and he needs some money for his bills, let's say he got his own apartment, whatever. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Long as he trying. You see what I'm saying? But if he ain't trying, different story. But if he got a good job and, he just still learning some things, when they're young, they may not understand money. They might not know how to, budget their money. They may not understand paying bills. So you got to teach them all that right there. You see what I'm saying? But, don't raise a son to be a mama boy, because if you do that, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem, and you're not part of the solution why a lot of women are single. You know what I'm saying? So, I know it's tight. I know it's tight, and some women get offended when you talk about how they should raise their sons or their children, but it is what it is. This comes from a place of love, constructive criticism. I ain't mean to hurt nobody's feelings if I did. I'm sorry, but just being real with y'all. I've got an email, like I said, a 16-year-old girl talking about her mom just make her do everything around the house, clean up, do this here, and her brothers don't do nothing. She raising a narcissist. And he gonna grow up thinking he's entitled. He's not gonna value women, respect women, because how he being raised. So I just want to share that with y'all. But yeah. If you need coaching, the link for coaching is going to be inside the description box. Click on that link for coaching. And also, if you're not purchasing my book, Queens Don't Settle, the link for that is also in the description box as well. Hey, it's Coach Rod signing out. God bless y'all. Talk to y'all soon.